Hello all, I am Pravin Sonavne. You are watching India's most reliable and relevant educational channel where you get best in class study material and video lectures. Do check the links in the description box. So I know that you are all well prepared for your biology examination. Then what are we here for? I will upload this video in such a manner that you will get it early in the morning at 6 a.m. 5 hours before you actually start writing your paper. So coming back to a question, why are we here for? So today we are going to just discuss what are the important questions that can be asked in the examination, so that when you go for your examination you are well prepared with some extra confidence that you know whatever is going to come in the examination. So again I will like to tell you all that chapter number 1 and chapter number 5, or the last chapter, these two chapters are very important and maximum questions will be there from these two chapters. So without wasting time, let's start. But I will like to tell you all that please watch the video till the end. Also spread this video with all your friends, because in coming time we have to grow our family. Now our family is about 500 students, but we have to make it bigger and bigger. So spread this video with all your friends so everyone is benefited and we will be successful in our mission 40 on 40. So here I come with my prediction for chapter number 1. In chapter number 1, students are haunted by these C's. You should know the meaning, definition, location, function of all these words starting from C. Chromosome, centrosome, chromatid, chromatin fiber, centromere, centriole. Each and every word is important and you will get a question in your examination related to these words. In some case, you will get a question related to explain what is chromatin fiber, or in other case, you will get a location of centromere or function of centriole. So these are the questions which we are going to get. So have a good hold over all the words coming from C. They all look similar but they are not. After C we have N, nucleosome. So you know DNA wrapped around 8 histone balls. So that unit is called a nucleosome. And very important, yes, very important, you are bound to get a question related to nucleotide. Adenine is connected to thymine, guanine is connected to cytosine. It is all in nucleotide on the nitrogenous base. The group of adenine and guanine are called purines, whereas group of thymine, cytosine are called pyrimidines. Adenine is connected to thymine by a double bond, and this bond is the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is again a sure shot question. If you have followed my super 40 questions wala question bank, I have given that question over there also. Then guanine is connected to cytosine by a triple bond. Please concentrate what is connected to what by a double bond and what is connected to what by a triple bond. And the bond here is called the hydrogen bond. To continue ahead, 100% sure shot question. This question will definitely be there. Make sure that before you enter your examination hall, you know all this. Please do this carefully because this is very important for the examination right in front of you. And last but not the least, every year you get a 5 marks question which is based upon the diagrams. So what are the most likely diagrams? So most likely diagram is related to your PMAT. What is PMAT? They are the stages of mitosis: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So diagram related to one of these stages. These diagrams were all over your prelim papers. And also diagram of a chromosome is important. Then diagram of a DNA. This is very unusual. You might have not seen diagram of a DNA, but I feel diagram based question related to DNA is going to come in your examination. That is my prediction. Now coming to chapter number 2, what are some of the important questions? So first is, who is the father of genetics? Obviously Gregor Mendel. Then he has given 3 laws of inheritance. Now question related to these 3 laws is again very important. Then he has chosen a pea plant. So what was the reason behind that? Maybe they will give you 4 reasons and they will ask you to pick up that reason which is wrong. So that kind of question can be asked. Also a botanical name for pea plant, that is Pisum sativum. Okay, this is also important. Please remember a botanical name of pea plant. And finally, question related to mutation is again a sure short question. I hope you have read your textbook properly and you know what mutation is. And finally, whenever you have a chapter related to genetics, this chapter is there in 10th standard as well as 12th standard. Everywhere the question related to ratio is a must for a monohybrid cross and for a dihybrid cross. And next chapter, chapter number 3, these are some important terms. Now I will repeat again. You will get a question to explain a particular term, or they will give you a statement and they will ask you to write a technical terms, or maybe location or function, true or false, anything. So from chapter 3, imbibition, osmosis, active transport, hypotonic solution, isotonic solution, hypertonic solution is very important. Also turgidity and flaccidity, and the most important term over here is plasmolysis. And also opposite of plasmolysis is deplasmolysis. But I feel a question related to plasmolysis will be surely there in your examination. Now moving on to chapter number 4. Name of the chapter is transpiration. So learn about transpiration, stomata, and this very unusual question, that is sunken stomata, is present in the leaves of which plant? Remember this name, Nerium, okay, is a plant. It has a sunken stomata. You can get a question ki which plant has a sunken stomata. So Nerium is that plant. And if they ask you what is the function of a sunken stomata, so it is to reduce the excessive transpiration. Please remember this question. Again, this is also a sure short question related to sunken stomata. And factors affecting transpiration. In your specimen paper, there was a question of this kind. So you can expect a question. In later slide, I have given few other questions like this also. Again, this question will be, they will ask you, they will give you some factors and they will ask you one of this is not a factor of a transpiration. So you also get a question related to factors of a photosynthesis. So you must know the factors of transpiration as well as photosynthesis. Last but not the least, different kinds of transpiration, that is lenticular transpiration, cuticular transpiration and stomatal transpiration. They can ask you a location where this take place. And moving ahead to last chapter, that is chapter number 5, photosynthesis. Now take me in a writing on a stamp paper that a question related to equation of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide react with water to give you glucose and oxygen along with the energy. A question related to that is a must. 100% sure related to that equation. Maybe they will give you 4 equations and one of them will be correct. So please read that question along with the balancing. In some cases, water is on the left hand side as well as right hand side. Please see this equation properly. अगर आपको आगे चलकर पछताना नहीं है, अगर आपको 40 on 40 लाना है तो. Now what are the products of photosynthesis? This is again a very important question and I have seen this question in most of the school's prelim paper. So product are glucose, oxygen, water vapor and energy in a form of a ATP. Then thylakoid and grana are again very important to which are inside the chloroplast. And also I will like to add that light reaction takes place in thylakoid, whereas light independent reaction, that is dark reaction, takes place in stroma. Very important, thylakoid and stroma. Also you have a grana, please don't forget this is also equally important. And again, most important question, a sure short question, is photolysis of water. And also please make sure that you know the full form of ATP, ADP, NADP and NADPH. Then plant used for photosynthesis underwater, hydrilla. So plant used for photosynthesis, plant which is underwater, that plant is hydrilla. So please remember this. As I already have told you, adaptation in plants for photosynthesis, adaptation to reduce excessive transpiration, external factors affecting the photosynthesis, internal factors affecting the photosynthesis. I have seen that students lose their mark only in question like this. These are the questions where students go wrong. So again, I will strongly recommend you have to ratify all the points, all the factors over here. And before we wrap up today's class, these are some sure short questions. As I told you, reaction of photosynthesis, chemical reaction is very important. If you don't get a chemical reaction, maybe you will get a question related to this reaction, like what is the product or what is the reactant. Mostly so they ask what is the product, but I feel chemical equation will be given, a question related to a chemical equation. How can I forget 5 marks diagram based question can be related to Ganong's potometer. 1 mark question related to Ganong's potometer is to pakka, is to must. And if not 1 mark question, तो 5 marks question, a full-fledged question related to Ganong's potometer. I have included this question in the question bank of my Super 40 questions. Now characters chosen by Mendel. There were 7 characters which were chosen by Mendel. Maybe you will get 3 characters right and 1 will be wrong printed over there, and you have to find out that wrong one. Bleeding and guttation is sure short question. Most of the students, they know what is guttation, they know what is imbibition, but they forget what is bleeding, and smart teachers know this, so they trick the student by asking a question like this. Make sure that you know both these terms properly. Plasmolysis, again and again I am talking about plasmolysis and photolysis of water. These are some sure short questions, questions which will be there in your examination for sure, 100% guarantee. And along with that, some other sure short questions are related to the experiment which we carry out in biology. And one of that is cobalt chloride paper. What it is used for? To check the presence of moisture or water vapor during the transpiration, and what are the color change that you have to look for. So this paper is blue when it is dry, and this paper is pink when it is exposed to water, moisture, water vapor, or when it becomes wet. So please go through cobalt chloride paper. And finally, iodine test. Iodine test is for the presence of starch in the leaf. So region having starch turn bluish black, and rest region which are starch free, that becomes brown. So please, these are my final words: cobalt chloride paper, their use and the color change. Then iodine test, its use and the color change. This is very important. So these are some of the important questions for your biology paper. Please write your biology paper very well, and also watch this video once again so that you don't miss out on any of the important questions I have discussed here. I am very much sure your today's paper is going to be very easy. And once your biology paper is over, that will be the end of your first semester examination or term 1. So after term 1, you have to follow 3 R's. What are those 3 R's? First one is resting. Take some rest. You need it badly. Second R is rejuvenate yourself by taking some rest. And third R is restart, because you also have to rock in your second semester examination. Please stay connected with me. I am so very lucky in that such a short span of time I was connected to so many students from all over India, and definitely I will not let you down in second term also. In second term we are going to have lot of fun, lot of masti and lot of learning as well, because this is a channel, this is a place where success will be habit and learning will be fun. At the end, best of luck.